So welcome students. In this video we are going to continue our study of how to calculate the matrix exponential in the non-diagonal case. So initially we saw that if you have a diagonal case, so essentially you have this problem, right? X prime t equals to a of xt and x at the point 0 is the vector b. So this is the n cross 1 vector, right? This is the n cross 1 vector. If it is given like this, then there exists a unique solution, right? Unique solution to 1. Let's say that's 0 1 solution to 1 solution to 1 given by exponential at times the vector b. Clear? Now the question is, if we can calculate how exponential at is, we are done, right? So we can get the solution. Okay, now we have seen that if a is inverse, so let me put it this way. If a is diagonalizable, okay, then what can you do? You can say that there exists a there exists a matrix, right? Such that so there exists P invertible matrix, okay, non-singular. I am not doing all that. We already covered it, but so essentially there exists a P such that so basically A inverse, not A inverse, P inverse AP. Okay, so P inverse AP is given by a diagonal matrix delta, right? And then of course exponential AT calculating is so in that case exponential A, if you want to calculate, that will turn out to be P exponential delta P inverse, right? Okay, so that's the easy case, and exponential delta is very easy to calculate, so you are done. Now what happens if A is not diagonalizable? That is the question which you need to answer. So the question is this question: what happens when A is not diagonalizable? When A is not diagonalizable. So initially also, if it is diagonalizable or not diagonalizable, what you need to do is, first of all, you need to calculate what the eigenvalues are. So let's say and here I am assuming A is a n cross n matrix, right? Okay, so that is given to us. So since A is an n cross n matrix, let lambda 1, lambda 2 and lambda n, these are the eigenvalues, okay, eigenvalues of A, values of A. Okay, of course there are some repeated multiplicity and everything, whatever it is, I'm just writing it down. Whatever it is, the whole list of eigenvalues, whatever the eigenvalues are, so I'm just writing it down. Okay, so basically now what I am doing, and of course here you see, so what I meant by multiplicity is this. So with multiple eigen values, okay, so this is multiple and how am I taking this thing? So lambda 1, lambda 2, this I am taking this as an ordering kind of thing, yeah. And how is this ordering taken? With multiple eigenvalues, multiple eigenvalues repeated as per multiplicity, okay, as per their multiplicity, if you want to put it properly, multiplicity. Here, so as per their multiplicity, you just write it down, lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda, and that's all. So now what we do is we define, yeah. So what I'm going to do is this. See, I'm going to give you an algorithm which you can use to calculate matrix exponential when the matrix A is not diagonalizable. Clear? Now there is a proof of this whole thing, yeah, using Cayley-Hamilton theorem, but we are not going to look at the proof of this thing. This is just for how to calculate this thing. Clear? Okay, so and the proof is not super important thing to understand in this context, in our context. Okay, so I'm skipping it. So first of all, you define A1. What is A1? It is exponential lambda 1 of t. Okay, that's your A1. Now similarly you define A2. okay, a2, so this is a number a1, okay. Similarly you define a2 is ut e power lambda 2t you take, so that the lambda 2, the second would lambda, okay, lambda 2 t, that, and you take the convolution of this one with e power lambda 1t. So basically with a1, let me put it this way, that will make more sense actually. Okay, eigenvalue of a, it is lambda a1, okay, sorry, not lambda, a1, okay. If you want, you can just write it as a1 of t also, that's not a problem, So this is a number for a fixed t, and when you change t, it becomes a function of t, right? So a1 is a function of t, of course. If you change t, if you fix a t, is just a number, okay. So essentially this is a1, okay. You just do it like this, so okay, or maybe you can just write it better, a1 of t, right? Maybe let us write it like this, otherwise it may get confusing. So like a1 of t, okay. So a2 of t, I still did not write what a2 of t, okay. So let me put it this way, this is just to avoid confusion, I mean nothing else, okay. So a2 of t is exponential lambda 2 of t, the convolution of that with a1 of t. Now I guess you know, guys, all of you guys know convolution, okay. And and I'm quite sure actually you guys know. So what is a1 is this, a2 is this, and similarly, and by, I mean inductively, what we are going to do is we are going to define ak, okay. Ak, we are defining it as e power lambda k of t, okay, convolution with a, the you know, one, the earlier one, a k minus 1 of t, that we already found out what a k minus 1 of t is. So you do it like this. So this we will do it for k equals to 1, 2, and the whole thing down, up till n. So this is done. Now we also define okay, a1. So what is a1? A1 is the identity matrix, okay. A2, we will define it like A is our original matrix given to us, right? So A minus lambda 1 of identity, okay, B1. So B1 is identity, A1. So basically identity matrix, identity matrix. So basically identity is essentially A1. Let me put it this way, A1. That will be more clear. Otherwise, you know, A1. Let us do that. And similarly, AN we can define, or AK, whatever you want to call it. AN we can define it like this. That it is A minus lambda n minus 1, okay, and a n minus 1. Clear? This is what we can define. This is for n greater than equal 3, let's say. So n equals to 2 we already defined, okay. So for 3 it is a2, and a minus lambda n minus 1, okay, sorry, identity, I forgot to write it. There is identity map, a n minus 1. So we define it like this. Now once you do that, then okay, so this is the brilliant part about it, e power at, okay, e power at, you can write it as small a1, this one, small a1 times capital A1, okay, plus small a2 times capital A2, okay, and it goes on like this, plus small an times capital An. Is this clear? Okay. So see, again, I am not going to prove. I am not going to provide you with the proof of this thing. But this is the algorithm to calculate exponential at. Okay. So what am I doing? First of all, write down all the eigenvalues. Let me recall. Write down all the eigenvalues. Write down what a1 of t is. A1 of t is exponential lambda 1t. So for any fixed t, adds a constant which is e power lambda 1t. Now a2 of t, and of course this is a function of t, right? Okay, so a2 of t, if you want, you can calculate, sorry, if you want, no, you have to calculate. A2 of t is basically e power lambda 2 of t. lambda 2 you already know, right? So e power lambda 2 of t, and you convolute it with the earlier version which you got e power lambda 1 of t. And similarly a n of t, what you do is e power lambda n of t, and you calculate it, you convolute with a k minus 1 of t. Okay, and you go on like this. So here, so this is your ans. Now we also define capital A1, which is identity, capital A2, which is a minus lambda 1 of I times A1. Okay, n, I should not write an here because A is a n cross n matrix given, right? So you may get confused which n is which. So maybe I can write it as k. It will be better, huh? Let me put it like k. Okay, so ak is given by a minus lambda k minus 1 times identity times ak minus 1, right? If you write it like this, then exponential at is a1 of t capital A plus a2 of t capital A2 plus dot dot dot, dot plus an of t capital An, right? So that is what you just need to calculate this thing, put it together, and that's your exponential at. So this is for the non-diagonalizable case. Okay. Now, what I am going to do is, maybe I can give you an example, okay, example of how to actually work with this algorithm. Okay, so anyways, again let me put it this way. I am not going to prove this theorem. Okay, so I'm just I'm skipping this part. Now let me give you one example. So maybe I can use a easy example. A is 1 0 0. Okay, 0 0 is better because I have to do a lot of calculation. 1 1 0. Okay, and minus 1 and 2. Clear? So again I am going to cheat a little, and I am going to write down what most of these things are. Okay, so I am not going to explicitly calculate everything and show it to you because you guys can already handle that thing. Okay, what are the eigenvalues? So basically, first of all, you are given this problem. A in the matrix is given to us, right? Always calculate the eigenvalue. Diagonalizable, not diagonalizable, does not matter. Calculate the eigenvalue first. Okay, so what are the eigenvalues? The eigenvalues are given by lambda 1 equals to 1 and lambda 2 equals to 2. So, and okay, 1 second, this is 1 1. So basically 1 2, let's say, and this is lambda 3 is 2. Here, so basically you have 2 double ones and 1 2. Okay, so now we have to calculate what AKs are. You remember, you see, I have to calculate AKs and capital AKs. Okay, small AK. So first of all, what is A1, small a1 of t? It is exponential lambda 1 of t, which is 1 here. So e power t. Okay, that's the A1. Okay, now what is A2 of t? Let's calculate A2 of t. That is the convolution. Okay, oh right, one small detail, I had assumed that you guys know convolution, but if you don't know, let me write it here. What is convolution? So basically this e power k, that thing, what does that mean? Let me write it. So this is basically 0 to t, okay, e power lambda k times t minus u, okay, a k minus 1 times u d u. That's the convolution. Here, that's the definition of convolution. This one is equals to this particular thing. I hope this is clear. Okay, this holds for k equals to 1 to n, of course. So what is A2 of t now? Let's come back to the calculation. What is A2 of t? Is the convolution of this one with e power lambda 2t, right? So in this case, it is lambda 2t is also e power, lambda 2 is also 1, right? So essentially this is e power t, you convolute with, so e power lambda 2t, convolute it with e power, a1, right? a1 of t. If you remember, see here, so lambda 2 of t convoluted a1 of t. So that's what I did. Yes. Okay, now if I do that, then what do I get? I get this is 0 to t, the definition. Yes, if you remember, it is e power t minus u. Let's look at the definition. You see, this is lambda k. A2 is e power lambda k. Lambda k in our case a2. So lambda 2 is 1. So e power t minus u a of 1 u. So e power t minus u times e power u du. I hope this is clear. Okay, it's not very difficult, very easy actually. Okay, so this e power u minus u, that get cancelled out. So basically e power t the integral between 0 to t. So basically that will give you t exponential of t. I hope this is fine. Right, now I need to calculate what a3 of t is. Okay, a3 of t is a little different. You see, a3 of t is, if you remember, it is a2 of t, okay, convolute with, sorry, exponential lambda 3 of t convolution with a2 of t, right? See, what is a3 of t? a3 of t is exponential a2 of t convolution of sorry, exponential lambda 2 of t convolute with a2. Okay, what am I saying? Sorry, again, a3, let me put it this way. a3 is e power lambda 3 of t. So the third eigenvalue lambda 3 of t convolute with a2, right? That is what I wrote. Okay, so let us calculate this convolution. So what is lambda 3 of t? See, this is 0 to t. Okay, if you look at the definition, this is lambda 3 t minus u, right? See, e power lambda k. So here it will be lambda 3 t minus u. Okay, c power lambda 3. So lambda 3 is 2. Okay, so let me write down 2 t minus u. Okay, times a2 of t. So a2 of u it will be, see, a2 of u du, right? Okay, so what is a2 of u? a2 of u is t times e power u du. Sorry, this is not t, this is u times a2 of u. You have to calculate a2 of u times e power this one. Clear? Okay, now if you put all of this together, so this calculation is 0 to t, it is u, okay, e power 2t minus u du. I hope this is fine. Okay, now if you calculate the whole thing together, what is going to happen is you are going to get e power 2t, okay, minus t e power t minus e power t. Okay, that's what you are going to get. So that's your a3. You don't need to do anything else. Now again, what is capital A1? Capital A1 is the identity map. Don't that's A1. You don't have to do anything here. A2, if you want to calculate A2, what is it? It is capital A. This is our capital A minus lambda 1. See, what is capital A2? Capital A2 is A minus lambda, capital A minus lambda 1 of I, capital A1. Okay, lambda 1 is 1 here. So 1 times identity times A1. A1 is identity here. Okay, so this is A minus identity. Clear? Okay, so if you write it down, let me write it properly. This is 0 0 0 A minus identity. Okay, 1 0 0, and this is minus 1 and 2. Okay, so that's your A2. Okay, and what is A3? A3 is, if you again look at it, it is A minus lambda k minus 1 times I, ak minus 1. Okay, so this A minus lambda 2. Lambda 2, again here it is 1, right? So this is identity times A2. This is A1, this one is A1, this one is A2. So this is, if you calculate this thing, yeah, I'm not doing all that thing. Let me just write it down. So A minus identity is this one, and then you have to multiply it by A2. Okay, A2 is again this thing. So essentially the A2 is A minus 2, and again you are multiplying by A2. So essentially that will give you the same thing square. Okay, so it is 0 0 0 0 0 0, and minus 2 minus 1 minus 1. Okay, I hope this is fine. What you only need to do is please check this part, check the calculation. Okay, calculation. Okay, so what I want you to do is this: start with this problem, do the same algorithm and check whether your calculations are fine or not. That's all. Okay, once you do this, therefore what is e power at? You guys already know it is a1 of t times capital A1 plus a2 of t times capital A2 plus a3 of t times capital A3. Clear? So if you put all of this together, okay, let me write it, write down the the end result. Yeah, I don't want to calculate and put it everything together. So this is 0 0 and it is t power t 0 0. Okay, sorry, not 0, e power t, and this is 0, right, and this is t e power t plus 2 e power t minus 2 e power 2t. Okay, and this is e power t minus e power 2t. Okay, and this is e power 2t. Clear? So, and you are done. So basically that's your exponential at. So I hope this is very clear to you. It's just some calculation, but the thing is it will give you a very clear cut example. So this is the non-diagonalized case using, so this is Cayley-Hamilton theorem application. Okay, I did not use it explicitly. I did not show you where we were using Cayley-Hamilton, but the thing is the proof of this statement that exponential at can be written like this uses Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So this is just another way of how to calculate the given a non-diagonal matrix. Okay, so with this we are going to end this video.